The question says makonis company, a listed company producing motor cars, wants to acquire Novello company. So we can from the first line know that this or makonis company is the acquirer, whereas the Novello company is target company. We are acquiring Novello company, an engine company involved in producing innovative devices for cars. makonis company is keen to incorporate some of Novello company's innovative devices into its cars, and they're boosting sales revenue. There are actually three types of synergies, and one of them is revenue synergies. So here makonis company thinks that after acquiring Novello company, they can use the innovative devices produced by Novello company and therefore boost the sales revenue. Further, we are given by some information about two companies. It says that the current share price of each company is 5.8 and 2.4. Number of issued shares 210 and 200. So as discussed in class, I recommend that if this sort of table isn't prepared in a question, you must prepare it and incorporate all the information that can be easily calculated. We are given with current share price and number of shares. We can also compute the current market value, since the market value will be share price multiplied by number of shares. So if I compute market value of makonis and Novello as well, I know that for makonis each share is for 5.8 and there are 210 million shares. Therefore the market value will be 1218 million. For Novello company, each share is 2.4 and 200 shares will make it 480 million. Further, we are provided with company's equity and asset betas. Okay. Now there is some paragraph which we need to understand. It says that it is thought that combining the two companies, when makonis and Novello both combine, will result in several benefits. Free cash flows to firm. This free cash flows to firm, this word suggests us what method actually we are supposed to apply for computation of the market value of the combined company. It says that free cash flows to firm of the combined company will be 216 million in current value terms. The free cash flows to firm or free cash flows to company today. Why today? Because it said in current value terms are 216 million. But these will increase by an annual growth rate of 5% for the next 4 years. Therefore, we know that year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, these cash flows will keep on increasing. Okay, and they will increase by a percentage of 5% before reverting to an annual growth rate of 2.25% in perpetuity. Perpetuity is for ever. We have gone through this concept of discounting the free cash flows in class, and from our dividend valuation model knowledge, we also know how to tackle this sort of situation. So we are just gathering information. We are provided in first 3 lines about how the free cash flows will grow and what the actual amount of free cash flows is today in current value terms. Further, the second sentence is, in addition to this, combining the companies will result in cash synergy benefits of 20 million per year for the next 4 years. Now, this is a one-off and a new type of treatment we haven't ever been through, and this will happen in merger and acquisition questions. You will be tried for a new sort of treatment. It says that apart from this this free cash flows to company, there will be an additional cash synergy benefits, and since they are cash synergy benefits, they can be added to our free cash flows. and it says that there will be 20 for each of the next 4 years, for year 1, for year 2, for year 3 and year 4, not today. We have gone through questions in which the synergy benefits were in terms of earnings. Here the word says cash synergy benefits, which is very different. It further says these synergy benefits are not subject to any inflationary increase and no synergy benefits will occur after the 4th year. The debt to equity ratios of the combined company will be 40:60 in market value terms, and it is expected that the combined company's cost of debt will be 4.55%. The corporation tax rate is 20%, the current risk-free rate 2%, market risk premium 7%. We are provided this information to apply the capital asset pricing model formula. Since we are also given by the betas, equity betas and asset betas, we can use CAPM to calculate cost of equity. It can be assumed that combined companies asset beta, this is very important, it can be assumed that the combined company's asset beta is the weighted average of makonis companies and Novello companies asset betas weighted by the current market values. Now when we will be discounting the free cash flows to firm of combined company or the single entity, we will need the WACC of the merged or combined or single entity. And for WACC, we know that we must have KE as well as KD. And for KE, we know we can have application of CAPM model. And for the application of CAPM model, we need equity beta, and for equity beta we must have asset beta, and for asset beta the question says that it will be the weighted average of asset betas of both the companies weighted in terms of their market values. So this is a very crucial paragraph. This linkage will help us to calculate the WACC of the combined company. We will firstly have asset betas of both companies, calculate the weighted average asset beta of the combined company. From that we will calculate the equity beta, and then we will use equity beta in our CAPM model to calculate the cost of equity, and from the CAPM, when we get cost of equity, we will use KE and KD to calculate our WACC. The last paragraph says makonis company has offered to acquire Novello company through a mixed offer of one of its shares for 2 Novello company shares plus a cash payment. So what you have actually offered is a share exchange ratio of 1:2, one of your own shares for 2 shares of the target company, plus you intend to pay cash. And why would this cash be paid? For what will this cash be paid? Such that a 30% premium is paid for the acquisition. You have decided as a company that you will acquire Novello company, but you believe that paying 30% premium for the acquisition is reasonable. Therefore what you will do is that acquire that company by share for share exchange, 1 share for every 2 shares, and further pay something in cash, and that cash payment is actually premium. And what is premium? Anything paid over and above the current equity value of Novello company. Further it says Novello company's equity holders feel that a 50% premium would be more realistic. Well, you believe that since you are acquiring company, you will pay only 30% premium, and the target company shareholders believe that 30% is too less, they want a 50% premium. makonis company has sufficient cash reserves if the premium is 30%. You're thinking that you can afford to pay 30%, you have that much cash with you, but not if it is 50%. But if it rises to 50%, you do not have enough amount with you. There we go. We went through the question, and the requirements are simple. It says they estimate the additional equity value created by combining Novello and makonis based on the free cash flows to firm method, comment on the results obtained, and briefly discuss the assumptions made. Estimate the impact on makonis company's equity holders if the premium paid is increased to 50 from 30. Estimate the additional funds required if a premium of 50% is paid instead of 30%, and discuss how this premium could be financed. In my next video, I will be solving these parts, and those students who have taken the class about business valuation or have prior knowledge of business valuation must try the question themselves without watching the next part of this video, and then after solving the question they can refer to that video.